Hey everyone. So I wrapped up recording this video last week before any of this happened, before we knew what was coming. I planned to share Rudi Johnson's story in full from his earliest days all the way through his time in the NFL and life after football. But today is different. It's with a heavy heart that I share with you that Rudi Johnson has passed away at the age of 45. The news broke earlier today, and as of right now, there's no confirmed public information about the cause of his death. What we do know is that he's gone too soon, and the loss hits deeply. Rudi's life was nothing short of inspirational. He went from being not really recruited out of high school to dominating junior college at Butler to having one explosive record-setting season at Auburn. Then, despite falling to the fourth round of the NFL draft, he didn't just make a roster. He became a Pro Bowl running back, a workhorse who carried the load game after game. In this video, I want us not only to remember his achievements, but the resilience, the grind, the man behind the stats. Because if there's anything Rudi showed us, it's that even when the odds are stacked, belief in yourself and perseverance can carry you farther than most expect. So this one's for Rudi. Rest in peace. Every once in a while, a player comes along who doesn't need a hype or headlines, just a football and a little daylight. Rudi Johnson was that guy, a one-cut battering ram who turned doubters into believers from a little city in Virginia all the way to the Pro Bowl. Let's walk through the full journey of Rudi Johnson, from a kid with a Swahili name to one of the most reliable workhorses the NFL has ever seen. Welcome to Overtime Sessions. Rudi Johnson was born on October 1st, 1979 in Petersburg, Virginia, about 30 miles south of Richmond. His parents gave him the name Rudi, which means cool in Swahili, and Ali to honor the great Muhammad Ali. He grew up in a close-knit household where sports and perseverance were everyday lessons. His mom, Janice, became his biggest supporter and chauffeur. Whether it was early morning practices or late-night games, she was there. Engine always running, cooler full of orange slices. That support system gave Rudi the confidence to chase big dreams long before the recruiters came calling. Rudi's love affair with football started early. At 6 years old, he joined the Edric Trojans in the Chesterfield Quarterback League. Picture a kid barely tall enough to hold the pads upright, but already running like he had somewhere important to be. Even back then, coaches noticed how he lowered his shoulders, finished every run, and popped right back up, traits that would define his entire career. At Thomasdale High School in nearby Chester, Virginia, Rudi was a two-way standout, lighting up the scoreboard on offense and thumping ball carriers on defense. As a senior, he shattered Thomasdale's single-season rushing record, a mark once held by his mentor and assistant coach, Henry Jefferson. Despite the monster stats and a punishing downhill style, major Division I programs barely noticed. Recruiting services were lukewarm. Power 5 schools looked the other way. But Rudi never sold. He simply kept grinding, carrying that "I'll prove you wrong" chip into the next chapter. With few scholarship offers, Rudi packed up for El Dorado, Kansas, and Butler Community College. It turned out to be the perfect launch pad. In 2 seasons, he led Butler to back-to-back NJCAA national championships. And what happened in the 1999 title game? 375 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. Yes, 7, earning NJCAA Player of the Year and eventually a place in the NJCAA Hall of Fame. Coaches and scouts from across the country suddenly wanted a piece of the kid everybody had overlooked. Among all the new attention, one school moved fastest: Auburn. Head coach Tommy Tuberville and running backs coach Eddie Gran watched the tape of the 375-yard performance and knew they had to have him. Auburn became the first, and ultimately the only, major program to put a scholarship on the table. Rudi accepted, ready to test himself in the toughest conference in college football. In 2000, Rudi suited up for the Tigers and immediately became the feature back. He carried the ball a school record of 324 times, racked up 1,567 yards, scored 8 touchdowns, and posted 10 100-yard games, including a 243-yard outburst against Louisiana Tech. He was named SEC Newcomer of the Year, earned second-team All-SEC honors, and was a Doak Walker Award finalist. In just one season, he powered Auburn to a 7-5 record and a Peach Bowl berth, leaving a legacy that still sits among the top single-season rushing marks in Auburn history. After that monster year, Rudi declared for the NFL draft. At the Combine, he checked in at 5'10", 227 pounds, bench pressed 225 pounds for 24 reps, and leaped a 37.5-inch vertical. His 40-yard dash clocked at 4.5 seconds. Not blazing, but solid for a power back. Scouts praised his vision, strength, and durability, but worried about top-end speed and the fact that he had only 1 year of Division I tape. Those doubts pushed him to the 4th round, where the Cincinnati Bengals happily snapped him up with the 100th overall pick. Rudi's rookie season was a study in patience. He mostly watched from the sidelines and contributed on special teams behind veteran Corey Dillon. He still managed 278 yards on 63 carries, flashing that trademark toughness. By 2002, he earned a bigger role, stepping in while Dillon missed time and finishing with 628 rushing yards. The Bengals and the league started to take notice. Everything changed in 2003. When Rudi became the feature back, he logged 1,309 yards and 11 touchdowns on 307 carries. The following year was his masterpiece: 1,454 yards, 12 touchdowns, and a Pro Bowl selection while leading the entire AFC in rushing. In 2005, he kept pounding, rushing for 1,280 yards and helping Cincinnati reach the playoffs for the first time in 15 years. In 2006, Rudi remained the workhorse with 1,146 yards and 8 touchdowns, but the wear and tear caught up. And by 2007, recurring ankle and knee injuries limited him to 403 yards. The Bengals released him the next spring. Rudi signed a 1-year deal with the Detroit Lions in 2008, contributing 249 yards as veteran presence before quietly hanging up the cleats. His biggest battles weren't highlight reel moments, but the grind behind the scenes. Chronic lower body injuries, the frustration of carrying a team that rarely made deep playoff runs, and the mental shift from star to backup. Yet he handled each challenge with quiet resilience. After 2008, at only 29, Rudi chose health and family over another punishing season. He left the game with 5,979 rushing yards, 49 rushing touchdowns, and 113 receptions for 676 yards, the numbers that still rank among the best in Bengals history. Retirement didn't slow him down. In fact, he started giving back while still playing. In 2005, he and his mom launched the Rudi Johnson Foundation, which provides scholarships, funds youth camps, and supports families in need. He later invested in Miami real estate, co-managed the Warren Henry Auto Group in Fort Lauderdale, works as an NFL uniform inspector for the Miami Dolphins, and even promotes fighters through the Oasis Boxing Club. Whether it's real estate deals or mentoring kids at his camps, Rudi stays connected to both business and community. Rudi Johnson's story has always been about more than yards or touchdowns. It's about perseverance when the world doubts you. It's about making the most of every chance, no matter how late it comes. From a kid overlooked in high school, to a junior college legend, to a Pro Bowl running back, Rudi showed that determination can rewrite any script. As we remember him today, let's carry that lesson forward. Keep running, keep pushing, keep believing, even when the field ahead looks impossible. Rest in peace, Rudi Johnson. Your grind, your spirit, and your heart will never be forgotten.